Have you ever thought about what'll happen to your business when you're ready to retire? Or, God forbid, if something were to happen and you weren't able to work? Or maybe you just want to sell your business one day and move on to the next chapter of your life. Well, in today's episode, I'm going to give you 6 reasons why you need to start thinking about succession planning. So take a second and imagine what you want your future to look like while we run the intro. Hi, I'm Victoria Downing, and welcome to Power Tips TV, where we talk about tips, tactics, and techniques to help you build a strong and profitable remodeling company. Running a remodeling company is hard work. Believe me, I get that. In fact, most remodeling company owners find themselves too absorbed in running the business to work on longer-term problems like planning for succession, or challenges, I should say. And it's not just the lack of time that holds people back. After years of building a company, some remodelers are so strongly identified with the work they do, they simply don't know what they'll do if they're not an essential part of the day-to-day business. Another impediment is that succession planning can raise issues of inevitable life changes. These challenges become more complex when you have no clear successor who can take over the business. However, if you're like most of the remodelers we work with, you'd really like your company to live on, providing jobs for your loyal employees, servicing your past clients, and, if possible, delivering money to you for that next stage of life. So here are a few reasons why you should start your plan for succession today. Number 1, avoid taxes. If you're like me, you don't want to send your hard-earned money to the government in taxes unless you have to. A business could represent one of your greatest life accomplishments. So if you don't have a plan, and for example you die suddenly, the government's going to take much of the value of the business in taxes and leave little for your heirs. Number 2, avoid risk. No matter how good you and your staff are at revenue projections or strategic planning, you can't really plan for disaster. Whether it's an unforeseen illness, a natural disaster, or your decision to suddenly retire today, the reasons for having a succession plan in place before it's needed are endless. So while you can't plan ahead to know the disaster is coming, you can put into place a series of contingencies that will help your company stay afloat if catastrophe occurs. Number 3, it'll help you keep your options open. The longer succession planning is delayed, the fewer options you're going to have. It might be that one of your goals is going to be to provide income for family members or maintain jobs for colleagues. You might also want to establish a personal legacy through the continuation of the business. The number of options available to meet these goals decreases steadily as time passes. Number 4, it'll help you maintain control. When business owners fail to plan, the government or various attorneys involved will take control, and oftentimes the result is not at all what you wanted to have happen. Number 5. Number 5, build value. When a business owner does not implement a succession plan before he or she's disabled or dies, the value of the business often drops rapidly. Often, the business and the business owner die on the same day. So this means that the owner's intended beneficiaries will not receive the full value of the business had a succession plan been in place. Number 6, a succession plan will help you retain key employees. Without a succession plan, your top employees can be concerned about what will happen to them if something happens to you. A formal succession plan that's communicated to your team can eliminate that unease. Plus, for employees who are buying in, this clear path will keep them motivated and enthusiastic. So, there you have it. I hope I've convinced you to seriously consider putting a succession plan in place today. I promise you, you won't regret it. And, as you know, I always love to hear from our community, so if you think of something that I missed, or just want to share your experiences with succession planning, please contribute in the comment box below. And if you haven't yet subscribed to Power Tips, please do so with this nifty button to your right. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you again next Thursday. Number 2, avoid risk. You can't plan for disaster. By planning for succession, you have more control over the outcome of your business. All right, it's gone. Disabled or dies, the value of the business often drops rapidly. Often the business... I promise you, you won't regret it. I promise you, you won't regret it. All right.